Hello everybody, Ken here. Welcome back to Hearthstone Tavern Brawl. We're gonna hop in for some more crazy games in the grand tournament match. Medivh versus Alleria. Medivh with the Inspire themed deck, lots of hero power buffs and Inspire minions. And Alleria with a kind of Joust themed deck, quite a few beasts in there. A lot of the new big sort of neutral minions. Honestly, I feel like that one's a bit weaker because it has got a lot of those blank text minions, and I don't think I actually don't think her joust mechanic is as reliable as the Inspire mechanic can be. But not to worry, we'll give it our best crack anyway. Might as well keep the Hunter's Mark. King Zalek is a really good card. There are certainly good cards in this deck.
Hello, Wanderer.
Hello, Wanderer. Got this lovely new board. We can fire arrows into it. We can bonk this guy about.
One day I'll be a real knight.
We can flick this and ping this and change the colour of this. Make it green because we're a hunter. There we go. Anything we want to do here? I mean, we could play the snipe. I don't know that that's that good. This guy's going to be a 2-2. So the risk there is
Who to shoot?
well, I guess there's not really a good way that we get around that. So let's just end our turn, I guess. It's quite a good play actually against the 3-2 because it's difficult for us to come in and do much to it. Got these guys you can bonk down into the ground. Look at his arm going through that. Oh no, it goes behind it. It doesn't actually go through anything. Bang the shield. And shake this thing. Drink the mead, eat the pie. Ring the bell, get some more food. Like a burger. Delicious. Okay, well, I think the bear trap might be actually quite good here. New secret that once we're attacked, it triggers after we've been hit. Summons a 3/3 iron fur grizzly bear with taunt. The beast. Got these sausages. Gonna eat these sausages. Gosh, we've drunk a lot now. Rotate this meat. Yeah, look at that. Cooking the meat. I wonder if at some point it's actually edible. Okay. Pretty solid play there. Attacked us with the 1-2, and then bear trapped to fallen hero traded in. But that's good. The fallen hero is a good thing to get rid of. And that iron fur grizzly only cost us 2 mana, so pretty happy with that. I think the best play here is animal companion and don't get Huffer. I don't know how. I mean, it's always Huffer, right? But this time, we've got a special animal companion, which isn't Huffer. There you go, see? Look at that. Bet you didn't think that was possible, but you can, in fact. It's like a special. You throw it out backwards, you don't get Huffer. Actually, the trick to it. I'd love it if they found out there was some kind of synergy based on the way you played the card that determined how it came out, but somehow I suspect that's probably not the case. So this guy, Garrison Commander, epic neutral, use your hero power twice a turn. That's good and fun. It's not hugely threatening. We could play a 3-2 against it because I'd be okay trading, but the problem is you could just double hero power this 2-drop. Leok, that's okay. Not amazing, but it's okay. We'll be able to deal with this next turn, providing this stays on the board. I mean, we can always Tundra Rhino Hunter's Mark. Plenty of options. Okay. How do I feel about Tundra Rhino Hunter's Mark? It lets us clear one of these guys, but not the other one. And then this guy's going to get Wind Fury. In fact, no. We can clear this guy because he'll get +1 from Leok. And then if we Hunter's Mark this guy, we can clear him as well. Bonk. Bonk. Now Leok obviously is in hero power range, but with no Inspire minions on the board, that's not quite so big an issue. We have to watch out for Nexus-Champion Sirad, the legendary that adds a random spell to your hand whenever you play your hero power. That's a great turn. The Nexus-Champion Sirad costs 5 mana, so next turn is going to be a threat of him playing that and then hero powering. But this turn didn't really do anything particularly useful. We could play the Master Jouster, but I don't know how good it is, to be honest, because well, there's nothing on the board for it to protect or, you know, to defend us against, so we might as well be a little more aggressive. Play the Alec, joust in. Look at that, we won. Get the North Sea Kraken, and I think we're going to snipe here to protect us against him playing stuff on the board, and we'll shoot him with our lovely green arrows. Bonk, bonk. Have some more shots, see if we can get it in the red.
Let's negotiate.
There we go, we nailed it. Fantastic. And here he is, Nexus-Champion Sirad. That's what I was scared of. And he's going to get a use out of it, but thankfully that thing means it's just one use. And that's a lot better value, really, for us. Because goodness would I have been scared of that otherwise. Okay, I think we could play the Captured Jawmonger here. Seems like a reasonable play. We're going to be playing it onto an empty board anyway. So, trade this in. Captured Jawmonger. The 5/9 is quite solid. Now the Mage does have that new spell, the Flame Lance, I think. It's I think 5 mana. Deals 8 damage to a minion. It's not an incredible spell, but it's a good way of dealing with Captured Jawmonger. Although 7 mana to do it, and here we go, there you go, Flame Lance. I was kind of expecting that. It almost feels like some of these cards were put in here specifically to showcase their purpose. But honestly, I don't think you're going to see Captured Jawmonger get played much in Constructed, so therefore you're probably not going to see it too much, Flame Lance too much either. But they're both good in Arena. I actually think this is like a much better Core Hound with the stats flipped over. Okay. Well, we got options here. Might be time to lock and load, because we can kind of cycle through a few cards while we've got a nice empty board. We can Tracking. That would be 3 mana. And then we'd have 5 left. So worst case scenario, we could coin and play the Jouster, and we'd have drawn a few cards along the way. But who knows? Maybe we'll get some more stuff while we're going. And we drew a Savannah Highmane. That's pretty cracking. We draw another Tracking. Or we could draw a UTH.
Now.
I kind of want to draw a Tracking because we didn't construct this deck, and it's kind of full of some hot garbage. So nice to get the variety. Savannah Highmane is of course a fantastic card, and we'll get that out on the board to give us some protection and some hot value. One of the best cards in the game, sort of value wise. Very, very difficult to deal with. Even Silence, you still have a 6/5. Resurrect, that's about the best target it could have hit. Could have hit Nexus-Champion Sirad. Thankfully, just hit a 1/2. This Inspire, this little flag is the Inspire symbol. Oh, he's turned it into a boar. With a new polymorph effect, turns you into a 4/2 boar with charge. Use it sort of defensively, kind of like a polymorph, but you have to deal 2 damage to it, so it's a little bit less useful than the regular polymorph. But you can use it, as we saw, offensively there. And I think I joked last time that, you know, we always say that what's the fella called? The animal companion is always Huffer. Well, now every minion's always Huffer with Polymorph Boar. Okay, well, I think, you know, we've got this guy, but he deals 4 damage when he comes in. That'd be quite useful against an enemy minion. So I'm going to tracking here first and sort of expand our options a bit. Acid Maw, not a great card, I don't think. Arcane Shot versus Hunter's Mark. I think the Hunter's Mark, because we've got an Unleash the Hounds. That's how little I kind of... In fact, Acid Maw and Unleash the Hounds is quite a nice combo. About the only thing I can really think where Acid Maw is useful. Right, well, King's Elec. And, we'll also play this guy here. And we won the joust. Fantastic. Shazbam. Interestingly, the charge minion, you see that it's the one that can get charged. You see that it's green before the joust actually happens. But with the others, the effect doesn't appear until afterwards. We also drew this captured Jawmonger. Look at this. Oh, the Frost Giants, playing 2 of them. Because they cost 10 mana to start with, but he used his hero power 7 times. And there we go, we won. We won as the Hunter. So there you go, the Hunter's not too weak. Certainly some potential there. We beat Hoppy. Good stuff. Right, on to another game. This is a lot of fun. It's really it is doing its job of hyping me up for the Grand Tournament. Also, making me kind of tempted to buy those cosmetic heroes. They are pretty fun. Honestly, I wish they'd done a little bit more with them. Like, I think they're nice.
Medivh.
And it's good to have the variety. But, like, that's quite a fun animation, but you see it once at the start of the game. And honestly, like, the hero power animations are not quite as exciting as I might have liked them to be. For what you get with them. Okay, well, we'll keep the tracking. It's a nice turn 1 play. We'll keep the snipe because it seems to deal well with early stuff.
Hello, Wanderer.
Ah, hello there.
Right, tracking's a nice first turn play because we can pick out something that's good for us now. Like the Animal Companion. Take that over the 2 late game cards, and I think probably worse cards than Animal Companion. I'm not too convinced by Acid Maw. The other fella, the Dread Scale, he looks to be quite good, but I've not seen him at all any times this has been played, so I'm actually not convinced he's in this deck, which would make some sense given that it's a jousting deck and they've probably gone for high cost minions. But would you honestly do that rather than would you not put in the 2 hunter legendaries, you know, the combo that they specifically put into the game? They specifically had 2 hunter legendaries because they combo together as a pair. And I do think it's bizarre that one of them costs 3 and the other one costs 7, and yet they're both 4/2s. Because 4/2 for 7 is so terrible stats, and his effect isn't that powerful. Okay, he didn't attack us. Oh no, wait, he did attack us. I don't know why I thought he didn't attack us. There we go, there's the Misha again. Worked last time, and it worked this time as well. Nice, reliable Animal Companion. Always doing what you need. In fact, the Leok we got in the second one was very useful as well. Let's clear the board early and gain some nice board control. This time we're playing Wazily, or Wazily. Oh, I like this new card. This kind of half stats is actually quite good because it gets rid of the Divine Shield. The half stats Argent Commander. So instead of 6 mana, 4 attack, 2 health, you halve them all to 3 mana, 2 attack, 1 health, but still charge and Divine Shield. Still quite potent. This is okay, but just charging in wildly, maybe not that good. Let's restore our health back up to full and get a nice solid 3/5. Have a carrot, Wazily. Not gonna help you because you're already pretty full up, but we were feeling a bit peckish. We enjoyed our refreshing carrots from the vendor, from this kind of walrusy vendor. Thanks, Mr. Vendor.
mistake.
I just want to try her taunts out.
My regrets.
They're not particularly exciting, really. You think maybe something a bit more interesting from, you know, all the trouble they go to. Right, we really want to kill this thing, so let's see if we can get charged. Oh, we did! See, look, see, this one comes up straight away. And there we go, we won. We had the Skeleton Knight, one of the new legendaries. We'll bash into this guy, because he's quite scary. I had him come up to a 12-12 in the game I played as Medivh. This is actually the third time I've played Alleria. And we only played Medivh once. We played each class once in the first video, which you should check out if you're watching this and you haven't already done so. Had a good game with Medivh and then a pretty close game as well with Alleria. Right, okay. This is the one that gets 1 health. That's not too terrifying, really. What are our options here? Probably play the Master Jouster, or we could King's Elec and Armoured Warhorse. I kind of like the Master Jouster here. Even if it doesn't get the Divine Shield, I think it's still pretty potent against this deck. And there, oh, look at that! 9 and 10. That Frost Giant doing real work. But see, that's okay. We still have a 5-6 minion, and that's still pretty tough. I mean, this is a bad deck from Master Jouster because the Mage is kind of the class that deals with it best with its 1 damage ping. I'll stop nattering on for a bit and have a sip of water. Oh, so not the best blizzard, but a blizzard is a blizzard. It was fairly solid. Okay, we're on 26 health. I have to monitor that because quite often I'm not really paying attention to it and then suddenly I'm dead. I've certainly got a tendency to do that. Let's play the King's Elec. Maybe we'll draw something good. Oh, look at that, the Ram Wrangler. That is in fact fantastic because this chap here is a beast and we can play the Ram Wrangler we just drew and get a random beast. What do we get? Like a Stranglethorn Tiger. That's pretty solid. Look at that. This guy is real potent. If you've got a good, you know, there's some real good beast synergy. Hunter's got some good beast synergy. Already kind of did, but Ram Wrangler I think maybe almost pushes the beast deck over the limit. Especially like King's Elec is a good enough card I think to fit into a deck. Like it's a good solid 2 mana 3/2 like the Raptor. But if occasionally you'll get to draw a card and that's great. And also you get a little bit of intel on the opponent, which is always nice. A little bit less useful in this mode actually, the jousting intel, because you're playing against the same deck every time. And you kind of know everything that's in it after a few games. I have a pretty rough idea of all the cards in both decks now. See, I think both Nexus-Champion Sarad and Ronin, the guy, the 8 mana 7/7, the 8 or 9 mana, the 7/7 who gives you 3 copies of Arcane Missiles when he dies. That's much better than both the Skeleton Knight and Acid Maw, which are in this deck. Okay, North Sea Kraken, that's pretty good. We got a Healing Touch off this Spell Slinger. That's not great, but it'll do the job. Okay, well we could unleash the hounds here. Get 3 hounds.
What to do?
Or we could King's Elec, Master Jouster. That might be quite a good play. Let's King's Elec, see what we get first. Oh, we got the Jawmonger. We can't play it, but that's fine. Okay, now. We trade this in here. This in here. This in here. And then play the Master Jouster.
Now.
Come on, chaps. Ah, there's Ronin. Sadly, we lost that joust, but it's okay. We don't really need the taunt and Divine Shield right now. It's not the worst. We got good hand. The hunter has a bit more draw potential thanks to the lock and load, and the tracking, of course, for some filtering as well, and stuff like King's Elec. So I think actually weirdly the hunter can draw a bit more reliably than the mage, which isn't normally the case these days. 3-2 here. We could trade into this, or perhaps better, we could play the North Sea Kraken and deal with it that way. I think I might like to do that. North Sea Kraken's a big threat. Crunch. There we go. Fantastic. To eat some more pie. Have a gulp on the mead. Have a burger. Delicious. Kind of weird they didn't put the top on the burger. More pie. Look at that. Having a great time. No sausages today, apparently. Fire blast coming out. 2 fire blasts, in fact. Polymorph this guy into a boar. But that's not enough. And we've won. And there we go. So, there you go. It's not all bad news for the hunter. It looks like you really can kind of pull things out. You just got to win those jousts, and that is a bit kind of fortune on your part. But you know, we had some good plays there. Let's jump back in again. Be nice to get some Medivh games as well, I think, just to mix things up. But I'm quite liking playing Alleria. It's pretty cool. Also, the other thing I'd say about these heroes, watch when they come in, their kind of hero effects. They're kind of a bit similar. Like, this is just like, oh, green stuff going in here, and this is, oh, purple stuff going in here.
Tremble before the might of
See, they're not as different as I might like. I think this is better later. It's okay early, but we haven't got anything to play with it. Neither of these are super great off the bat. So let's just replace them all. Why not? We've got a King's Elec and an Arcane Shot. That's great.
Hello, Wanderer.
Again, we're playing the hunter yet again.
Ah, hello there.
Hello. Hello, Nihilus. The Medivh Mage. I do like the little things they have at the side here. These little accoutrements they have on their bit of the board. Quite fun. A King's Elec we could play into this, but that wouldn't be very smart because he could... oh no, he couldn't trade in that way, but I think we can just deal with this before it starts getting health. Nice simple play. It's not ideal on our mana curve, but that maybe doesn't matter quite as much in this mode. You know, we're not playing a real tempo decks here. We're kind of playing more... These are more kind of strict control decks, I feel like. Well, this is a very beastie... Or like gain the board control just by having big stuff, whereas this is kind of harder to build the board control off the bat, but once you get it, you can really get it rolling. As soon as you've got a little bit of board control, it's real trouble. Like the King's Elec here, maybe we'll draw a good card, and it trades well with his probably more powerful minion. There we go. We got the Master Jouster. There's Nexus-Champion Sarad. I don't actually think this pulls out. I'm pretty certain this doesn't pull out the next card in the deck, and I don't even know if it pulls out the next minion in the deck, or just a random minion. It just reveal a minion in the deck, but he does specifically. King's Elec does specifically draw the minion that you reveal, not just the next card. Got the Skeleton King. I don't think this is great. We had it returned to our hand the one time I played it in the first video. And we didn't get a chance to play it again because, you know, it was all kind of going to pot for us by that point. He could be good in like the late game. Acid Maw, not ideal. Okay, well, refreshment vendors are our boy here, I guess. It's carrots for everyone. I do like that carrot animation, I gotta say. Also, it's got a different... I think that's a different heal effect. Or maybe I'm just never pay attention to heal effects because it's not really something you look at too much. Okay, so this thing is potentially dangerous. Hero Power deals 1 extra damage. Thankfully, Tundra Rhino, fantastic counter to it. Bonk. Like a Stormwind Knight for 1 more mana, but it gives all your other beasts charge as well. That's pretty nifty. Stormwind Knight's okay in Arena, Tundra Rhino's okay. In fact, I think Stormwind Knight's probably better in Arena because you can't guarantee the beast draw. But there's more and more beasts in this, thanks to this expansion. So, certainly some potential. Okay, well, we've got options here. We could summon our minions with charge. I'd quite like to get rid of this Lady of the Lake before it starts kicking off, because if we leave it on board, he could play something next turn that lets him play it twice, and then start pinging us down. So if we played Unleash the Hounds, should we King's Elec first and see what we get? In fact, we'll get charged, so we might not even necessarily feel a need to play the Unleash the Hounds, depending on what we draw here, or if we draw here. There's the Ram Wrangler. Can't play that this turn, sadly, but we do get to draw it. Do I want to trade this? No, I don't. I do want to. So the reason I did that, rather than trading this in and losing it, is because the Ram Wrangler would love to, if we can keep this out on the board, the Ram Wrangler will summon another beast that will also get charge, which would be ideal, really. And I think we want to do that over playing the Jawmonger here. Worst case scenario, we can trade these guys in.
The beasts obey me.
See what we get. Oh, everyone's favourite, the Silverback Patriarch. To be honest, I might just trade that in, because it really isn't very good. And I'd rather keep our charge minion. But that's okay. We've still got stuff on the board. That's a good place to be. We're getting up towards the late game, which is where some of our cards start to shine. Like that Deep Sea Kraken, the 9 mana card that can deal 4 damage on Battlecry. Oh, it's a little bit scary. Making sure again to play it on turn 7 when you can get the value from it. We've got Acid Maw here as a potential. It's interesting because Acid Maw obviously works everyone's way. I might pull the tracking here first and see. We can still play any of our cards after tracking. But I really have to get rid of this turn. Summon the minions with charge. That's not terrible, especially with Acid Maw. Maybe we get this, trade our minions in, and play Jawmonger. Yeah. Then we can deal with the board if it all gets out of hand. We've got Acid Maw, Unleash the Hounds for the future. Look at this thing. Really weird looking thing. Bursting out of the sea. Is the card back? I guess that indicates the grand tournament. That's just so this is just a default card. Never really paid that much attention to that. It's quite a nifty thing to note. Got Flame Lanced again. Again, sort of what seems to be what the captured Jawmonger was there for, is to get Flame Lanced, but that's fine. There's a 2 damage guy. A little bit scary, but not too bad really. Now the Skeleton Knight just dies to this guy because he just pings it and then trades in. So I guess Master Jouster is probably our bet here. Hopefully we win the joust. We do. There's a North Sea Kraken. And we bong him in the face with an arrow. Take that, Nihilus. See, again, we've drawn slightly better than the Mage has. Mage doesn't really have much draw in that particular deck, I don't think. In fact, really, yeah, almost no draw at all in in the Mage deck. Few cards that spawn. There's the Kodo Rider, the 3/5 for 6 mana. With Inspire, summon a 3/5 like War Kodo. So you can keep spawning 3/5s out of it. And it's only out of the first one. Like the ones you summon don't also spawn more. Right, used up a Polymorph Boar, that's pretty good. Ow. Is he going face? No. Okay, he just wanted to... North Sea Kraken's okay. Might even be a good time to Acid Maw Unleash. It's not the best play in the world, to be honest, but it does deal with the Frost Giant.
Who to shoot?
Or we could Master Jouster. We Master Jouster. Yeah, hopefully we win it. If we take 8 damage, it's not the end of the world, and we can North Sea Kraken with after a trade next time. There we go, we won the thing. That's pretty ideal. Would have been a little bit bad if we didn't win it, but it's all about the joust, right? Might as well play the deck the way it was intended. Also, using this on one thing is kind of a bit rubs. Ooh, double a minion's health. Gosh, that's scary. If only we had a way to deal with it. But I think now this scary board is definitely a time we want to play our little wombo combo. Acid Maw, unleash the hounds. Spit on them, Acid Maw. I'm probably going to want to trade this guy in fairly soon. Because, although it's whenever a minion takes damage, so North Sea Kraken will kill anything it happens to damage. We got a Betrayal. Oh, that's real potent, actually, if we can keep this thing alive. Oh, Divine Favour. What a great one to get from Spellslinger. It's a nice little pull for Nihilus. Go on, play one more thing. Oh, that would have been nice. I'm tempted to lock and load Betrayal here. And then play the Skeleton Knight if we don't draw anything off the Betrayal. Oh, we've got Animal Companion, so we can probably play that. Turn on your master. Trade that in. It's done its duty. In fact, Acid Maw was a beast. We could have played the Hyena, really. That might have been a good play. But not to worry. Oh, this hero pat, this fallen hero, I think could actually see some play. It's quite a potent card. But thankfully we got a good answer to it. And it's the North Sea Kraken. Spit on it, North Sea Kraken. That's it. Just cover it in water. Great stuff.
Wanted, dead or alive.
Heroic Strike. Nice. Oh, we get to attack with Alleria. I suppose that's not too weird. Oh, 6/6. That's upsetting. I think we trade in here. What are our options? We could play the Jawmonger. Jawmonger Heroic Strike. or Heroic Strike Hyena. Is this a beast? No, it's not. It's not a beast, so I think Heroic Strike Jawmonger maybe. Or Heroic Strike Scavenging Hyena King of Beasts. Oh, we had lethal. Shit. I wasn't even thinking about the I wasn't thinking about the Heroic Strike. We could have pinged him for lethal. Well, hopefully we should still be okay. But yes, not paying close enough attention there. This thing does 9 damage. I'm not used to having minions with 9 damage these days. It's not something that you tend to play with very often. Stuff that beefy. Occasionally. It really does add up. Got a Heroic Strike in the face for the finish. Everyone loves a bit of Miss Lethal. It's quite fun, isn't it? Oh, he went for the one mana draw a card. He's fishing. We got him. We got Nihilus. Oh, fantastic. I think we've got Nihilus. Phew! We got away with our Miss Lethal there. I wasn't scared. I wasn't scared at all. Look at that. 3 Hunter games, 3 wins. And they say the Mage is overpowered. Well, I mean, I kind of said I thought the Mage might be a bit stronger, but I watched a bit of a few other people play between the first episode and this one, and people generally seem to be thinking the Mage deck was a bit better, but we've proven Hunter deck can do well. So, yeah, great stuff. And that's been the Grand Tournament match. I'll do one more of these, I think, at least. Maybe even I'll do a bonus 4th one, because Grand Tournament probably going to be coming up next week, and this is a great way to buff up for it. It's also a lot of fun to play around with. We'll see how we feel after the next episode, but there will definitely be at least one more. So if you've enjoyed this video, be sure to bop that like button, subscribe to the channel for more Hearthstone and for other stuff. Drop me a comment, let me know what you thought, let me know what you think the best cards are, and whether you think the Mage really is overpowered, or maybe the Hunter's actually the secret good class after all. So, and don't forget to berate me for that Miss Lethal, of course. I've been Ken, thank you very much for watching, and I will catch you next time. Cheers!